Here are 3 reasons why I'm still buying Casper. Reason number 1 is because I believe that hypothetically it has a lot of room to grow, even though nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee. I mean, we got to think about this, right? 25 cents as of right now is around a 37x from here. I mean, could you imagine that? That's kind of crazy to think about. When you take a look at Casper, it's fallen down so much in price to the point that, just going up a little bit is already very amazing. For instance, if I were to put $1,000 into Casper right now, and let's say during this bull run, it were to go to the price of 25 cents, at that point, I would have managed to turn my $1,000 into around 37,000. Now, again, this isn't financial advice, but it's just kind of crazy to think about. That's how crazy Casper is as of right now. And some people out there, they seem to think that, oh yeah, Casper's never going to pump, all this type of stuff. Well, here's the thing. I've seen time and time again, things that are complete caca pump. I've seen Luna Classic find a bottom. I've seen Klima down. I've seen something nonsense like Litecoin even have an amazing rally back in 2021. So is something that is fundamentally this amazing not going to do okay during this bull run? No, I disagree. A high tide raises all ships, as the old saying goes. When the crypto space overall has intense FOMO, when the buying pressure is high, when the FOMO again is absolutely amazing, things usually just pump, even the bad ones, if that makes sense. And Casper isn't a bad one because if you take a look at it, fundamentally, the Casper network, it's still rock solid. So I still believe in its future. Not to mention, a lot of people out there, they want to FOMO into like BNB, like Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And here's the thing, that's totally their choice. But they can't do over 10x from where they are as of right now. That's just the way I view it. It's just not a possibility. The market cap would be too crazy. So when people like to say that, oh yeah, we're leaving Casper for Solana. Okay, I get it. The price of Casper dumped and it kind of sucks, to be honest. But still, doing that for Solana, I just don't understand it. Doing that for BNB, caralho, porra. No, that's a no-bueno for me. Ethereum, no way. Bitcoin, yeah, I'm not going to acquire that. So if I take a look at something like Casper, yes, it's an altcoin. So of course, it's very volatile. Small FUD, so to speak, could really affect the price by a lot. But that's what I'm willing to accept for hypothetical gains in the future, which is why I'm not going to give up when it comes to Casper, and I'm still buying Casper. And you got to think about this, right? Going to the price of 25 cents isn't this insane, by the way. It's not like this crazy nonsense pipe dream. Going to that price, at that point, market cap, considering current circulating supply, is around $3 billion. I mean, could you imagine that? That's not even too much to ask for. We've seen Dogecoin reach over 80 billion. We've seen SHIB reach around 40 billion. This is like peanuts in the grand scheme of things. At least that's the way I take a look at it. So when I take a look at something like Casper, it's almost too low to the point that it's a totally no-brainer pick for me. It was a no-brainer pick for me when the price was at around 3 cents, at 2 cents, at 1 cent. Now that it's below a cent, it's more of a no-brainer pick for me. Now, am I going to say that, yeah, I love the price of Casper going down? In an emotional sense, of course not. But then from an investment standpoint of view, I would actually have to say yes, because the way I take a look at it is that if something is at the price of 10 cents, and I'm very bullish on it, if let's say the price goes to 1 cent, theoretically, I should be 10 times more bullish, because that's just the way you take a look at it, right? Because think about this. If let's say property prices like went down or whatever like that in a neighborhood, and then a $1 million home became like a $100,000 home, sure, there's going to be many people out there that are going to panic or whatever and be like, oh yeah, we're out. We're not going to invest in that neighborhood. But if someone understands that, hey, this neighborhood could be something in the future, hypothetically, they're going to be probably 10 times more bullish, because they're like, hey, previously I could only buy 1 home there for $1 million. Now I could get 10 homes. Now that's just a scenario, but still, I think it kind of applies in this case, because it showcases that when it comes to Casper, it's being low, whatever, you know what I mean? I'll just have to scoop up hypothetically a lot more. So that's why I'm very bullish when it comes to Casper. And the second reason why I'm still buying Casper is because I think that the Casper network has rock solid fundamentals. I get it. People are taking a look at the price. They see it's low. They think it's trash. But, first of all, the Casper network is very scalable. Gas fees are very low, and it's lightning fast. So what bad thing happened to it? It's still fundamentally very amazing. When people like to say that, oh yeah, Casper sucks, the price going down doesn't mean that it sucks. Casper Labs leaving doesn't mean that it sucks, because it's not even a part of the Casper network. When you take a look at Casper, it has such an amazing direction moving forward. I can't wait for the launch of Casper 2.0, because when that happens, a lot of the critics, a lot of the people who are hating on Casper, I think they're going to change their mind, because Casper 2.0 is going to be massive. Now, only time will tell, but I hypothetically do believe that it could be something so amazing. A couple of exchange listings, Casper 2.0 launching. That right there could be so easy to shift the mindset. But again, just a waiting game at this point, and I do believe that Casper is very amazing. Staking ratio is very fantastic, by the way. When it comes to Casper, it's not, caca. Also, on top of that, the amount of holders is still holding up pretty good, relatively speaking, despite a lot of panic selling. And not to mention, staking rewards, at least hypothetically for me, they're pretty good when it comes to Casper. So if I take a look at it, Casper Network, because a lot of people panic sold, there's actually some benefits. Now, of course, my portfolio is down. I totally understand that. My average buy-in price when it comes to Casper is, below 3 cents, hovering around that point, right? But even besides that point, I still think that this is a great opportunity for me to lower down my average cost. And as I dollar cost average more and more when it comes to Casper, as I bring that average cost down, as Casper moves up to the price of like 4 cents, 5 cents, that's already a lot in the green, hypothetically. Now, it's only a time will tell type of case. But then I do believe that when a fundamentally amazing layer 1 blockchain, is this good, I just don't see why it would do bad. It's very rare we find a layer 1 blockchain like this. Because when people like Solana, they like Algorand, they like Avalanche, they like Near, the Near protocol, what do they all have? They're all very scalable. They're all very fast. And they have very low gas fees, I would say. When it comes to Casper, isn't it basically that? But then at the same time, it's much lower. I mean, it's a no-brainer pick for me. When I take a look at something like the Casper network, amazing fundamentals with a lot of fun. But as the old saying goes, when there's red, actually, hypothetically, the way I take a look at it is green. Because when there's fear, right, that's hypothetically when things are relatively low. And that's why I'm in the world of cryptocurrencies. I'm not in here to FOMO into Casper when it's at the price of like 20 cents. I'm not going to do that. Some people might do that, but I'm not going to do that. Sometimes people, they're under this vicious cycle because they only want to acquire things when they're pumping by a lot, but then they panic sell when it's dropping. And by doing that, that's just not sustainable because then they're buying on the expensive side, but then they're selling on the cheap side. So they're continuing to lose, quite essentially. I'm not going to do that, though. I haven't sold any Casper, by the way, ever since 2021. Could you imagine that? I've been acquiring Casper ever since then, and I'm going to continue to acquire Casper because around 6 months a year from right now, things could totally be a different story. And I still do believe that the Casper network is fantastic, especially now under the guidance of the Casper Association. It's going to be a lot better. I'm excited to see its DeFi ecosystem grow, the decentralized finance. I'm excited to see many projects pop up on it, regardless of what market they're focused on. It's just going to create many bullish sentiment when it comes to Casper. It's going to take some time, though, but I'm very excited, and that's why I can't wait. And the third and final reason why I'm still buying Casper is because, as the old saying goes, a high tide raises all ships. If this bull run, goes to the levels I hypothetically think it will go, I do believe that a lot of projects are going to hypothetically do well, including maybe something like Casper, because you take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, that's massive, right? If Bitcoin goes to the price of $150,000 during this bull run, and let's say, a lot of people, they start moving and shifting their focus beyond just AI projects and meme coins, could you imagine what could happen? I think it could be like 2021, but a lot better. Why is that? It's because back in 2021, there was way less action, in my opinion. Because you take a look at how back then there was around 300 million crypto owners. Now we have over 600 million, according to Crypto.com research. So actually, as of right now, that theoretically means that there's more cryptocurrency owners than ever before in history. So you could only imagine that. There's a lot more action going on as of right now. I get it. Things are looking kind of boring. However, if you take a look at the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, it's not fully bullish yet. We're not at a full-fledged bull run yet, in my opinion. So when it does happen, I want to be prepared for it. And that's why I want a dollar cost average into my favorite projects. I'm not going to give up when it comes to Casper because I believe brighter days are ahead. And if this bull run, again, is going to look that amazing, let's say once Bitcoin goes to the price of 150,000 and a lot of altcoins do rise and pump, Casper at the price of 25 cents wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And that's why I'm still bullish and I'm not giving up. And that's why I'm still buying Casper. Because again, 25 cents wouldn't shock me whatsoever during this bull run. At a $3 billion market cap around that's kind of like peanuts in the grand scheme of things. That's the way to take a look at it. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm a peace. Bye.